I don't know if you've noticed, but there's so much coming out on DVD and Blu Ray weirdly this next week that we've basically just foregone the streaming listings.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's like 6 good movies coming out.
You can probably still stream this in due course anyway.
You probably still can.
Don't worry.
So let's start with one that will probably win Best Actor come Sunday night. Let's talk about Joker.
I mean, you and I feel very differently about this film.
Do we feel differently on whether or not he's going to win Best Actor?
Oh no, that's a shoo-in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
then.
he is going to win Best Actor.
It clearly is, yeah.
Yeah, and it's right, deservedly so. It's a transformative piece. It's what?
Transformative. Oh, it cuts through me every time.
I know.
Oh.
But well, that and Judy. 100%. Like, come on, this is what the Academy loves. It's what every single award ceremony has loved as well. He's a great actor. This shows him a great acting capability. It is not your average comic book movie. Oh, what?
Is it? Oh, because... Okay, never mind. I'm saving a lot for Oscar night. So it's just a Todd Phillips adaptation. Not
The guy that did The Hangover has turned out this beautiful movie, my 5-star movie of the year last year.
Okay, here's the thing. When they were making this movie, Todd Phillips and one of the producers went out of their way in every interview they could possibly get themselves featured in to say, this is not based on a comic book, this is based on no specific story, no, this is a wholly original creation. Begging the question, and I really, really would like an answer to this one, why in the hell is this up for Best Adapted Screenplay if it's based on nothing that actually existed?
I have no answers for you on that.
If it's an original, how is this an adapted screenplay?
It's an original take.
That wasn't what they said, though.
But also, okay, so, we've all said stuff on air that maybe we've regretted slightly or we've twisted the words ever so slightly. Give him a little bit of leeway. It's a masterpiece.
No, he did it several times.
Okay,
intentionally.
Fine. Listen, let's move on, because everyone knows how great Joker is. Whether or not you're agreeing with Van or you're not, it's still amazing.
No cursing, no off-color material. We do a clean show, okay? Mm-hmm. You go on right after Dr. Sally.
I love Dr. Sally.
Good. Well, someone will come and get you, okay? Good luck.
Thanks, Murray.
Okay.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
What's wrong with your real name?
That's what you called me on the show. A Joker. Do you remember?
Did I?
I don't know.
Well, if you say so, kid, Joker it is. It's good.
Thanks, Murray.
And that's Robert De Niro's appearance in there as well.
Yes, there you go. What more could you want? I mean, I just love it. Anyway, if you haven't seen this yet, you really should have seen it on the big screen.
You really should have.
You should really should.
It's coming back. Have you heard it's coming back with a live orchestra?
Yes, and I will be first in line to get those tickets.
I do think it deserves that Oscar, by the way. Best score.
Yes, okay,
I do.
Fine, good. Yeah, everything. I think it deserves everything. Moving on, Farmageddon.
Yeah, I love this one. This was the Shaun the Sheep Goes to Space movie, like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I think it was called at one point.
Oh my goodness.
I absolutely love this. This is just a classic case of Aardman mastering the silent movie genre.
They never
through
get it wrong.
claymation. They never do. Wonderful film. I really absolutely adored this. Very funny. I mean, I was howling with laughter.
Good.
Just falling out of my chair in hysterics at points.
What was the
really great movie?
What was the one? And it had Hugh Grant voicing it, and it was like he was a captain of something.
Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists.
Why did they not bring out more of those? That was hilarious.
I am the pirate captain. They call me Pirate Captain. I love that one.
If you love Aardman classic movies and animations, you've got to see this, because it's just, fun from start to finish. And who doesn't love Shaun the Sheep?
Oh, no, exactly. Like my sister still has the backpack from the 90s that you could buy.
I still have the soap dish.
Yeah. So let's move on then to, this is one that I was surprised wasn't more of an awards contender, actually. The Peanut Butter Falcon that co-stars Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson?
Yeah.
I almost said Dakota Fanning now.
I know. I had that on the tip of my tongue as well for some reason.
This is a road movie and about the unlikely friendship between a sort of roguish drifter and a young boy with Down syndrome who wants to run away to wrestling school. And
yes.
Do you remember this now?
Yeah, but the thing
really
is, I
was
thinking, yes, it is a lovely film. It didn't have the marketing behind it, didn't have the oomph, didn't have the push. So
did it?
So even then, Shia LaBeouf is a bit of a. He's a bit of a Marmite character nowadays, as you can imagine. So.
And yet I thought he was great in this. It's weird to me that they pushed Honey Boy for awards contention.
Yeah.
Whereas this would have actually been a stronger contender as far as the recent works of Shia LaBeouf.
And probably it ticks a lot more boxes, shall we say, for the Academy and other awards ceremonies.
I think so. This is more of a tale of adversity than Honey Boy, definitely.
I think with a film like this, though, it just has to get that hype from people that see it, and and suddenly it becomes this phenomenon within itself. It didn't do that. Not enough people saw it.
I think on DVD streaming, I think Peanut Butter Falcon will find its fan base, though, because it's actually a really gorgeous film. It's filled with beautiful cinematography. That performance, the three lead performances in this, I think, are really good.
Yeah.
I genuinely, I thought it was a terrific film. I just hope it finds more of an audience now.
Yeah, maybe it will. Maybe it will. Something else that needs to find itself an audience beyond the big screen is one of our favourite films.
Oh, yes.
This was so much fun. It's Ready or Not, which is essentially like a board game played out on the big screen.
Whenever the little masses are presented with a new addition to the family, we place a blank playing card into the box. Our initiate then has the privilege of drawing the card, and Mr. LaBelle will tell us which game to play. My dear, it is your turn.
What does it say, girl?
It says hide and seek. Are we really going to play that? Everything okay?
It's so fun and violent, isn't it?
It is so fun and violent. I absolutely loved this. So the concept is that she obviously picks the bad card.
Yeah.
And it means that the whole family basically have to try and kill her.
Which I think is great. I think it's a really fun movie.
Yeah.
I think Samara Weaving, I've been a fan of Samara Weaving since I saw The Babysitter a couple of years ago, which treads very similar terrain to this, which is the idea of let's take a relatively normal concept and then, double dive into, sort of double down on the suburban horror comedy aspect of it. I think doing that here with a sort of more upper class target in mind works a treat. I think she's a lot of fun in it. I thought Adam Brody was really good in it as well.
They were all really good. There's a lot of character. It's very right. It's set in a house. It's kind of it's like Cluedo, but with I don't know what other games.
It's almost like an old Ealing film in the way that it is confined within that mansion.
Yeah.
There's the old things where we used to get not old Ealing, the old Hammer films. They used to have that mansion at Bray.
Yeah,
and they used to use that one mansion
Love
for everything.
the
Kind of
Hammer
reminded me of that. But that is absolutely worth seeing. Another one, because that was Ready or Not was one of my films of 2019. My top 10. Another one of my top 10 of 2019 is also out this week.
Little Monsters.
And that is Little Monsters.
Is that Lupita Nyong'o?
Lupita Nyong'o and Alexander England and Josh Gad.
And zombies, right?
And zombies. The idea is you've got a sort of feckless loser schlub busker type who goes along on his nephew's school trip as the sort of chaperone parent purely because he wants to try and sleep with her teacher, his teacher, Miss Caroline, played by Lupita Nyong'o. They go to this petting zoo, and wouldn't you know it, the zombie apocalypse breaks out. It is Australian, it is filthy-minded, it is foul-mouthed, it is hilarious. I had an absolute ball. I sat and watched this with Nick Barber.
Yep.
And we sat in the BFI during the London Film Festival just laughing like gibbons. End to end on this one.
Brilliant.
It is really out there, really extreme,
but again,
really hilarious.
Didn't get the exposure really that it deserved, I suppose.
No, it did not, which is actually a real shame because I genuinely think it's one of the funniest movies because the zombie comedy genre is a very over-milked genre now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
and actually a lot of us do think zombies, eye roll.
Well, exactly. I mean, the writer-director of this film, Abe Forsyth, has since signed on to take that long gestating sort of reboot call to RoboCop. RoboCop Returns, which was going to be directed by the District 9 guy whose name escapes me. You know, the one, the one who starts making films and then never sees them through. What's his name?
Anyway.
Blomkamp.
Yeah.
Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah.
50 million projects, none of them will ever see the light of day. Like Guillermo del Toro, but kind of like that.
Okay.
Another one you might have seen then. Okay, so this is also out DVD on Monday. Abominable.
Yes, this is on my list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like with animated films.
It's so lovely.
Right, okay, so you're not selling it to me if you're just like, it's so lovely. It
It's
needs
so
more.
lovely.
It needs to beat Zootropolis.
It is about a young Chinese girl who teams up with a Yeti to escort him back to his homeland. Said Yeti is named Everest, and he is the most adorable creature who's ever lived. Oh, and they're pursued by what seems to be Eddie Izzard doing his impression of David Attenborough. It is, obviously visually extraordinary. It's bright, it's colourful, it's very orientally styled. It's sort of designed to look as rooted in East Asian culture as it can possibly be.
Yeah.
I mean, the Yeti is literally named Everest, which kind of tells you where they're going with this. The central figure, the main character, is voiced by Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The animation's beautiful. The character design is really fun and lively and enjoyable to watch. The voice talents are all a hoot. It's got great music, even a surprisingly wonderful use of Coldplay, would you believe? And yeah, I had an absolute blast with it. I think it might have been, I mean, for when I saw it, I thought it was the perfect family film. It was the kind of film that you would sit and watch with the kids kind of thing, and you'd all have a good time doing it. It's not one of those animated films where the parents can switch off. The parents will actually enjoy it, not on a filled with adult jokes level like Shrek, but a pretty good level all the same. So yeah, so that's out on Monday.